Hello friends, welcome to the course of Marketing Management 1. I am Dr. Vinod Malkar, Professor of Marketing. And under unit number 2, the last point that is changing consumer behavior. And we have to find out in 2022. So in unit number 2, we have covered about introduction to consumer buying behavior, organizational buying behavior, buying rules, 5 steps of consumer buying decision process, moment of truth, that is zero moment of truth. And now we are going to discussing about changing consumer buying behavior in India. For getting all the previous videos that I had uploaded on about topics, so please go through if you want details on 2.1, 2.2 related the topics. Moving ahead, we'll have this is a sources from an indianretail.com and how Indian startups have transformed our lives in last decade. So in 2010, the buying fruits and vegetables was only possible through the local thelawala. Nowadays, we are buying these daily groceries which are delivered at your doorstep by big basket or many even and local supplier also online. They are ready to buy the products through an online mode. Buying medicine, getting lab tests, as seeking advice from doctors all required a physical presence and consultation. Now the things has been changed. E-health is one of the fastest growing sectors in our country. So without any clinic also, the tips that you will get and that is the through midlife. So this is also change that we noticed. Conversation on topics such as periods, mental health, sex, and personal hygiene were held behind closed doors. Now people are talking about the need for sustainability through the use of biodegradable sanitary napkins and menstrual cups. So this is again the change we found in last 10 years. Now, tea was enjoyed in its traditional form as either black tea or tea with milk in the old days. Now, tea has various forms and flavors and is enjoyed both hot and cold and even sometimes used as a mix also, plus lemon tea and so many types of tea. If you move through the highways, now you will get lots of branded shops like an Amdar tea, Sarpanch tea, Evule tea, so these various kinds of brands has also entered in the tea segment. Then we bought fine jewelry only for the special occasion and as an investment options and stored it in on lockers. Now fine jewelry is lightweight, trendy and affordable, making it opt for the everyday use. Then, talking about house construction meant to a year long wait as a traditional Tekeda would sublet the work to other vendors. Now, homes can be built in as less as 144 days through the use of an technology. Even in future, these 3D printing, 3D houses will be made within 15 or 20 days. So this kind of technology in future that may comes to building an house in the shortest span of life time. Then chronic patients spent months in the hospital. Now critical care can be provided at the comfort of your home also. During this COVID-19, the home isolations become so much of popular, and the sick room has started, making by new households. Then tests such as ECG and anemia monitoring could only be done at diagnosis center by an expert. Through now use of affordable, accurate, pocket-sized devices, we can conduct these tests from, these sugar check and so many machines, portable machines came in the market to check your sugar, blood pressures, and so many other tests that is possible, even an ECG also. Then buying expensive and bulky furniture was our only options before 10 years. Now furniture and home living solutions are available uh, on a subscription basis and allow for free transportations and maintenance. So this decade shift, a major shift happens because of consumer buying behavior. And if you talk about Indian consumer 2021, the events of 2020 has resulted in a shift of Indian consumer ambitious, including desire for better, more balanced quality of life, with focus on health, safety, and more family time, all within a more sustainable environment. Because of pandemic, they had learned so many lessons. New research from and Mintel, the experts in what consumers wants and why, highlights that the seemingly modest, ambitious, and slight shifts in consumer behavior are easy to overlook, but collectively and cumulatively they can have profound repercussions on brand strategies well into 2021. Work-life balance. Three things Indian consumers are looking in 2022. The first is an work-life balance. The mental research highlights that for 3 in 4 Indians, consumers having better work-life balance is an important goal. And even a mental trend driver experience highlights how consumers are seeking experience and more multisensory stimulations in product and services. This presents the opportunity for brands to help people distress and focus things beyond their work, offer products that fit in with this consumer schedules such as online fitness classes, or regenerating the snacks to help them. The high ambitious, according to Mintel research, for over half of Indian consumers owning a business is an important goal, followed by reducing a paying of loans and owning a house. To help achieve these goals, brands can partner with consumers by offering financial help through loans and easy payments option. Brands can also cater to these desires by promising appliances and gadgets that tap into consumers' sense of an accomplishment. Health and stability is one of the important goal. Over 4 or 5 Indians think living healthier lifestyle is important, and third want to achieve financial stability and be protected against health threats. This indicates worries that drive the current developments, and they have expectations of better health, and that's why the health insurance will be get progressed. And even after COVID-19, the Indian consumers has changed a lot. According to WAC News, 13 August 2020, consumers in India are now focused on their most basic need while cutting back on non-essential, according to new report from an Accenture. A survey found that 90% of consumers are making lasting changes to how they live, work and shop, signaling a need for consumer brands to embrace new approaches for a long term rather than wait to return to pre pandemic strategies. As many as 85% of consumers in India said that they are shopping more healthy consciously and are focusing more on limiting food waste. Personal hygiene habits are also seeing a dramatic change, with 48% of consumers increasing purchases of personal hygiene products while cutting down on discretionary products. In addition, 75% of consumers said they are being more cost conscious when shopping for products, and 71% feel that quality, safety, and trust are most considered brand attributes in purchase decisions. Accenture noted that brands will need to explore ways to rebuild consumer confidence fed by pandemic. Proof of good hygiene and safety is becoming a key part of brands' ability to retain shoppers' trust. Anurag Gupta, MD and lead strategy and consulting Accenture in India, observed that the pandemic has taken toll on brand loyalty. As consumers make more social and environmentally sustainable and healthy choices, consumer goods companies must tailor their offerings according and refresh their brand promise to meet these new requirements. Interestingly, 74% of Indian consumers are buying locally sourced products, while nearly 80% of those surveyed want to shop at neighborhood stores. Brands also need to look at ways to tap into the opportunities resulting from the demand for local and the emergence of the home as the new hub. as the Gupta added in his research. So these are some of the research happen on Indian consumer buying behavior, and that has been changed because of pandemic. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe our channel SK for getting an updated video in marketing management.